Hello and welcome to the podcast Love Yourself and Live Your Life, your podcast for personal development, a positive mindset and more consciousness in your life. My name is Jolanthe and I'd like to thank you for joining me today again to this week's episode. And this week I am going to speak about how to activate your creative powers. But before we start, I'd like to thank all of you for all these amazing messages that I have received over the last couple of weeks. You can't imagine how grateful I am. I was speechless and I am just so incredibly grateful to all of you. These messages made me so happy, these positive comments, and I'm just happy to see that this podcast have helped you and will help you in the future how to deal with your children and how to create a positive start in the morning. So thank you very, very much. It makes me incredibly happy. And this week's episode is about how to activate your creative power, because I think that many of us forget that we are the creators of our lives. And with a few steps, it's so simple to get back into our power. So I hope this episode will help you to create the life that you are looking for and you're waiting for. So enjoy this week's episode. Very often we forget that we are the creators of our lives, and so we stay in our daily habits and we think we can't change anything. The things, they just happen to us and we have no power of changing them. Life is just happening to us. And sometimes during the process of creating our dreams and following our vision, following our passion, we find ourselves stressed. We are very hard on ourselves, and we experience a fear to fail. We feel as not being good enough, as we will never be able to achieve this. And I think in that stage we have to go one step back, because we all have these creative powers, and in order to activate these creative powers we need to listen to them. And so therefore we need to be quiet in order to hear them, in order to hear the voice. But how often do we really have time to listen to the inner voice? Most of the time we are distracted. We are distracted by people around us. We are distracted by work. We are distracted by the mobile phone, by the TV, by everyone. So we constantly listen to other people and to everything else around us. So what we really need to do is to listen to our heart, to listen to ourselves, and we need to start to become a little bit more ourselves, not just be another copy of someone else and looking at other people's dreams and other people's lives and comparing ourselves and following other people's steps. And probably everyone knows this inner voice that we have in our head who constantly says, you're not good enough and you will never be able to achieve this. You will never be as good as someone else. And of course, this inner critic creates even more doubt. And the more doubt we have, the more it stops us from creating the life that we long for. So I think we need to realize that we are unique and we are amazing and perfect just the way we are. And there is no other you, there is no other me, because we are as unique, so is our journey. You don't have to follow other people's steps. We can go our own journey. And I really believe that if every person would go their very own individual way without comparing themselves and copying others, thinking that the other people's life is better. So I think everyone would be fulfilled. Everyone would live in a much happier environment, and all of us, we will have a much more abundant life. And probably there will not be any jealousy and no envy and no anger, no hatred, because each of us will be happy and everyone will be living the life they are meant to live. So the question is now, how do I activate the creative powers without having the inner critic who constantly bullies you and puts you down? So the first step is to, first of all, make a conscious decision that you want to change. You want to change your life. So create the willingness of wanting to change, and then realize that you are the creator of your own life. Only then, when you make the conscious decision that, yes, I want to change something, you will then be able to change things. And we are all creators of our life. You are the creator of your life. So take the responsibility for your life, because we create our life through our thoughts, through our words, through our decisions, and through our actions. And we need to realize that we create our life through our thoughts, through every single word we say. But what happens is that many people, or actually even probably most people, are convinced that their life just simply happens to them, that they have no choice, that things are just happening, that they have no power over their life. And of course, if people think they cannot change about their life, they have no power over their life, they become victims. So they basically think they are a victim of their own life and they are not the creator of their own life. So already by thinking that you are the victim of your life, you cannot change anything, that takes away a lot of power that you actually have, but that weakens you. So we need to realize that we are the creator of our lives. We have the power. And until we don't realize this, things won't change. So that's the very, very first step, to make the conscious decision to say, I want to change. I have the power to change my life, and I take responsibility for my life. That's the very first step. During the second step, and that's actually a really important step, is that you check, what are your beliefs? What are your limiting beliefs? What are all the thoughts in your mind? So by consciously observing, you get a little bit deeper into your belief system. Because once you become aware what you think, what you believe, is then from there you can start transforming your belief and transforming your thoughts. Become aware that each thought, every single emotion, every decision, they all have a huge impact on your actions, and therefore the power to create. Because imagine if you have got negative thoughts and negative beliefs, that creates, of course, a negative life. But if you keep having positive thoughts, positive energy, positive beliefs, that creates a positive life. And I have recorded in the past a podcast about the power of thoughts. So I would really encourage you to listen to this podcast. There was so much value in there, and maybe and some tips that will probably help you as well to to understand thoughts a little bit more. So I'll give you an example. If you're always thinking, I am an unlucky person, or nothing positive ever happens to me, or I will never be able to find the right partner for me, or I'll never have enough money in my life. So this negative beliefs, if you are convinced of all of these beliefs, that's exactly what will happen. That's what you will attract into your life, constantly thinking and believing all these limits. That's what will obviously happen in your life. But if you keep reminding yourself that you are the creator of your life and you have the power to change it. So if you want abundance in your life, then don't focus on the lack. Don't focus on that what you don't want. Instead, focus what you want and tell yourself a different story. Don't tell yourself all the same stuff that you were telling yourself for all these years, because that will not bring you any further. So bring your attention to what you want and start focusing on what you want. And that will give you results. That will give you the results that you want. Because once you realize that you can change your inner attitude, that will stop limiting yourself. Realize that you can change your inner attitude. Stop limiting yourself. Stop putting limits on your ability and on your possibilities that you have in your life. Just open yourself to your full potential. Open yourself to your full creativity and realize you are limitless. Realize you have limitless potential. You have this potential. Everyone has the potential. And in order to get there, you need to realize it. You need to become aware of that. You need to allow yourself to get into the power. So have trust and believe that you have this ability, that you have the power. So the first step is the mental inner attitude that you know you have, that you have this power, you have this potential. So allow yourself to try things out. Don't be scared to make any mistakes. Let go of the fear. You don't have to do everything perfect. Do the mistakes, learn out of them, and carry on. Because perfectionism is not going to bring you any further. So the first thing to do is change your attitude. Stop putting the limits on yourself. Have trust. Have trust that you have the huge potential and the power. You have a huge power to create whatever you want. It all starts with you. It starts with your attitude. So change it. You have the power to change it. And then during the third step, start becoming active. Start doing things. And ask yourself the questions, what do I want? What do I want in my life? What will make me happy? What is it that I want? Do I want to start a new job? Do I want to create a family? Do I want to travel? Do I want to study? What is it for you? Ask yourself the question and take time for the answer. Don't listen to other people's voices, what they are telling you what to do. Don't listen what you have been taught as a child, what is the right thing to do. Listen to your heart. And the best to connect with your heart, to connect with yourself, is when you take time for yourself. Silence. You can meditate, you can or write the questions down and see what happens, what answers will come up. And if no answers are coming, just become active and try different things out, because only by trying you can realize what you enjoy, what makes you happy. And in human nature, it has been always proven that by helping others, by giving something to others, by supporting other people, by serving other people, that's what makes us happy. So think for yourself, what do I want to do? How can I contribute to this world with my uniqueness, with my talents, with whatever I have? So ask yourself, how can I serve the world? How can I serve others? How can I help other people with my uniqueness? And how can I contribute to this world? What is special about me? What can I do? What do I enjoy doing that will benefit other people? And how can I make people happy? Making other people happy, that's what makes us happy. So start consciously creating the life for yourself that you want, and observe your thoughts mindfully. I would really advise you to start a morning routine with gratitude and listen to positive affirmations and start thinking positive thoughts, because the more consciously you start changing these things in your life, that will bring more a feeling of abundance into your life. And that's so important if we want to create the life we want. You need a high positive energy to create what you want. That's the basis in order to create this positive energy, because when you are in this positive energy, that's the basis to activate your powers, your creative powers. And probably on the way, you'll face certain problems, but you will also find the solutions. You will meet new people. You will find new ideas. You will get new ideas. And new doors will open for you, new possibilities in your life. And I'm not saying that this is going to be an easy process. It will require a lot of motivation, a lot of power, and a lot of work. You will probably have to spend a lot of time as well, and a lot of thoughts. It is a challenge and it is hard, but afterwards you will create a fulfilling life for yourself. And during that journey, you will grow so much. So do it. Start creating the life for yourself that you desire. It is for you. You have only this one life. You only have 24 hours. You have 24 hours every single day. You have 7 days in a week. You have 30 days in a month. And you have 365 days in a year. Don't wait until you're 70 and then you start realizing that you had so much potential and you could have done so much out of your life. Realize it today. Make the decision today. So I'll just repeat the steps for you. The first step is to make a conscious decision to change, to realize that you have the power, you have all you need to create the life. You are the creator. You're the powerful creator of your life. You're not a victim. So do it now. Make the decision today. In the second step, check your beliefs, check your thoughts, observe them consciously, and realize that this is only lies that you're telling yourself, all these old stories that you're telling yourself. It's not true. And transform them, change them, because these thoughts, they will be stopping you. They will not help you. You need positive thoughts. You need thoughts that are more empowering, that will bring you where you want to get. So tell yourself a different story. Don't start telling yourself why you cannot do things. Tell yourself things why you can do things. And in the last step, become active. Start doing things. follow your dreams, follow your vision, say yes to yourself, create consciously the life for yourself that you want. So become active. And I really, really would love you to start creating the life you deserve. All of us, we deserve a fulfilling, a happy life. And we all have the power, but we all stop ourselves. So make the decision today. Do yourself the favor and make the decision today. And I would really love to hear from you what your thoughts are about it. Maybe you have started already. Maybe something is stopping you. Get in touch with me, and I'm happy as well to have a private conversation with you. I always offer the first coaching session with my clients for free as a trial session. So if you would like to, I'm absolutely happy to offer you a free session where you can see what we can do. We can have a little chat and help you to get closer to your limiting beliefs. You can tell me what you want in your life. And from there, you can start creating the life that you desire. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you did, I will be so grateful if you could leave me a positive comment, if you could recommend this podcast to who is stuck in their negative thoughts and wants to change something, who wants to develop themselves further and take responsibility for their life. You will do me a really huge favor if you would recommend it, if you would forward it, if you could share it with family and friends. And yes, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would love to read some of your comments, and you can get in touch with me on Facebook or on Instagram, Jolanthe Colleague, or you can just visit my website www.jolanthecolleague.com and yes, get in touch with me. I always love to connect with my listeners. So start creating the life you desire. Thank you very much for listening to this week's episode. Take care. Loads of love. Your Jolanthe.